Hi, it's Tenma here. I'm here to do just a small little vlog about Power Rangers Megaforce, specifically Super Megaforce, as the season premiere is next Saturday, I believe, February 15th. Yay. I'm, depending on how I view it, I may be a little behind on it, as I do not have cable. And Nickelodeon really sucks at releasing episodes in a timely manner. Oh my god. That would be another update entirely, but that is my view of when I tried to watch Megaforce last year. But yeah, so Super Megaforce is coming out, and this is just kind of a quick overview of my thoughts, feelings, predictions, all that coming into it. And I really don't have that much to talk about, but my prediction for it that is a little bit more positive is I think that they are going to be a little bit more focused on characters. I think particularly Troy, I think he will be more focused on, because they really, last season one of the very few things they did was really kind of build up this Messiah thing with him, so I really think they're probably going to do that, and go more into that, because last season it was kind of there, it was kind of there, but kind of not, because they, like I said in a previous video, they really went and bulldozed over it as fast as they could, so you know they could get to the good stuff. They could get to their Gokaiger footage, and yeah, I think definitely we're going to be seeing a lot more character development coming from the season. Probably not much, as you know, my dislike for the current season. I could be surprised, but I think that we're still going to get the clunky dialogue and all that stuff. But that is my prediction with that. And I'm a little on the switch over to the pirate thing. It worked in Gokaiger because Super Sentai is different each season. It has a different thing, and they don't conglomerate together. And this hasn't, and Power Rangers really hasn't done the conglomerate thing since the olden days of Mighty Morphin. They really haven't done it in a while. So this is kind of the first time they've done it, and you're basically going from transferring from this really interesting power. It's kind of a mythical power to it. Now here's the mythical power that I have invested in you, and now you will get an upgrade to that power, which will be able to make you go and do all of the Ranger forms in the past. And that mythical power is pirates. It sounds kind of lame, going from essentially the mythical power to pirates, and I'm wondering how they're going to handle that, particularly because Power Rangers in the past, when that did happen, didn't handle that well, with Zeo going to Turbo, because you had the Zeo crystal, which was, you know, one of the most powerful items in Power Rangers, in the Power Ranger universe, and then you went to cars for no reason, just because, whether it was Billy that constructed them, and I guess Zordon wanted to honor it, or Zordon was like, I just turned everything into car power. It's still Zeo power, whatever. There's no real translation of why they went over to cars. So that's the thing, is they're gonna have to handle, why are they now pirates? No. And, you know, the Ranger Key thing with Gokaiger and everything, I think that's going to go over fine. But the pirate theme itself is going to be a little funky. And a little apprehensive how they're going to do that. And final worry is the final battle that they're going to show. That is kind of the more fan servicey thing, which is the which is the final battle. I know I'm going, but bear with me. And they were advertising this, and you heard about this. It's basically where they put a bunch of people from previous seasons together, And that was a clusterfuck that we saw with that. We kind of heard that they weren't paying the actors to come down, or weren't paying the expenses, rather, for them to come down. You had to come down kind of on your goodwill and may take time away from what is actually making you money for a quick appearance. Which is what a lot of them said, that it boiled down to a cameo. You had former Rangers, talking about the letter they got, and just how it was just basically just a burst letter with no real emotion, and it was grammatically incorrect. And some of them were like, "No, I'm not going to go back and work for you," and a lot of bile was thrown. And then there was, and then there was cancellations on people. That was a big thing, where some people agreed that they would come, and then they canceled on them, saying, "No, we're filled up." So they had a quota, but they didn't exactly tell everyone what that quota was. So there's that, and then mixed with the fact that they did not invite any previous Disney season people. Which, not a big shocker because of the whole fight that's going on about whether Disney seasons are canon or not, whether they feel it is. How I feel is the writers and the producers, they're trying to ignore it as best they can. I know Tyser's opinion, and which is, I don't think that they're canon, because essentially it's more of they're not his babies, so they're obviously not canon. How they handled Clash of the Red Rangers definitely shows how they feel towards it. Considering I really did not like that team up episode at all, because I don't know what the hell that guy was, but he was not Scott. Who are you and what have you done to Scott is essentially my opinion when watching that. But they definitely just kind of didn't like that, and some of the Disney season people felt really upset about that they weren't invited. Because they like those roles too, and they were pretty cool with it, and they were totally up for coming back. So there's that, which is kind of funny because there's a hinted kind of rumor that what's his name? The guy that played Casey from Jungle Fury is now a writer on the show, or at least he's doing behind the scenes stuff on that show. And it's kind of like, okay, you keep on, like, going this charge. That must be so awkward of, like, oh, yes, Disney seasons. Jason Smith, that's his name, I think. Could be wrong, but I think it's Jason Smith. And then they kind of look at Jason and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. But there's that, and that really kind of concerns me deeply. That they left out Rangers, and they left out Rangers both from the Disney season and from Saban seasons, and they cut them out. That a lot of them just could basically, like, you're not compensating us enough for it, and then some of them were like, I'm not coming back to work for you. So there's a lot of that came out, and it just sounded like it was just a wondrous clusterfuck. And yeah, the other thing really is the Disney seasons on how they're going to handle that, because from what I've seen of the previews and everything, and because of Gokaiger, they're going to have to acknowledge those seasons. So it's going to be really interesting how they're going to do that. I guess we will see from how they handle Tommy's appearance. Considering Dino Thunder was a part of the Disney years, and so here's wondering what's going to be going on and what is in store for Super Megaforce. I think I will be talking about it, and when I am able to catch it due to a job and not having a cable, that's going to be decently difficult for me. So I will let you guys know and my progress of how I feel towards the season. And thanks for watching. It's a little bit longer than I expected. See you guys.